What's up, Cobra Kai fans? Welcome back to another video where I'm going to be talking about Cobra Kai Season 4, Episode 1, titled Let's Begin. We sure have a lot to break down here. Let me just say this season was fantastic. I was entertained pretty much every episode. Something big happened every episode, which is good. And I thought the final results of the tournament actually turned out good. The character development this season was great. Robbie, Tori, I mean, even Kreese a little bit. Like, everyone, you could see improvement, and that is what made this season really good. Probably the best one yet on the show. But I'm gonna keep this video just for episode 1, and then I'm gonna try to do episode by episode because I love this show so much that it's just one of those shows that I can actually do it. And something I promised in my last video was that I'm going to really give my opinion on certain things. So that's what I'm going to try to do here. Okay, so first up, let me just say Johnny and Daniel teaming up is probably the best idea for everyone, even though it's also the worst idea at the same time, because they have such different teaching styles. Daniel is so, like, calm and peaceful, and Johnny is very violent and, like, go, go, go. And unfortunately, that doesn't exactly work well for either of them because they almost call it off at the end. But once Hawk brings up the idea to build that bridge, I think it really makes them decide that they should try to make this work. And luckily they do. It doesn't last for long, spoiler alert, for a few episodes, but for this time, you know, they're able to work things out. But I do think they actually do make a good team up. Like, they're a pretty good duo if they could just, like, sit down and give things a chance. Unfortunately, there's too much history there. But I do think, as far as whose teaching style is better, I mean, I do think they both have their pros and cons. Daniel's is a little bit too peaceful. I think he definitely needs to get more offense in there, which we'll talk about more next episode. And I think Johnny needs some more defense. And I think that's the point of episode 2, is to get that in there for them. However, I gotta say, Johnny's definitely the better fighter. I do think he's also the better teacher, too. I mean, just because I just liked him at the beginning of Season 1 because he did it in a way to try to bring back the idea of karate and to try to honor it, where I feel like Daniel more did it in spite, to, like, open something up, like, to spite Johnny. And I feel like Johnny's just dojo idea just comes to heart more. Sure, it's not Cobra Kai anymore, but I gotta say, I think Johnny's the better teacher and the fighter, to be honest. I just personally like him better as a sensei. And I gotta say, to be honest, Robbie is the best fighter on this show at the moment. It used to be Miguel, but I gotta say, Robbie was really good in that scene where he fought Kyler and Tori and the rest of them. Although Tori still beat him at the end. But, you know, I still think he's a really good fighter. And I think Robbie did such a great job this season when it came to his development as a character and really being a mentor and really stepping up and taking the reins of Cobra Kai. Sure, that's not the best thing to do in this case, but I think it works here. And you can tell Tori and Robbie just have some sexual tension there. You can just tell it. There's no denying it. But Sam and Robbie do have an interesting scene I want to talk about. Pretty much, Sam wants Robbie to come back to Cobra Kai because she knows that he's a good person and she doesn't want him to fall into Cobra Kai's trap. But, you know, Robbie brings up the past and says, you chose Miguel, so don't act like you care, and this time you're not getting what you want. So, he's right, though. I do think, I'm going to bring out something from Season 2. I do think Sam gets too much slack for kissing Miguel at the party. Miguel really doesn't get any hate, is the thing, for that specific moment. It's all Sam, because Tori came after Sam, so Sam just looks like the villain here, where Miguel doesn't look bad at all, really. You know, that kind of annoyed me, but, I do think this is kind of like the last straw and kind of ended Sam and Robbie for good. Will they get back together in the future? Maybe, but I don't think so. Although they could still continue the love square with the kids, but I personally think that was a way to really make them more distant than ever. I'm glad they shared a scene, though, because I think it was important for them, too. So we get Terry Silver, and he is at a retirement home. And Kreese is visiting him and is pretty much trying to guilt him into helping him at Cobra Kai. And Terry does not want to do it. He flat out says no. He says maybe years ago we could have, but then, you know, your life became bad. So, no, he doesn't want to do it. Which, can you blame him? Kreese isn't probably the best person to partner with. I think we can all agree that. He wouldn't cooperate very well. I think we can all say that. So, yeah, but you can tell he definitely still has it. Terry Silver still has the moves. I watched the third movie again to prepare for this, and you could definitely tell there was a different kind of connection with Kreese and Silver. They weren't always best friends, and I think that's what's making this interesting as we go into here, and just how much tension they have with each other. I thought the flashbacks were used appropriately, too. So, yeah, I do like how Silver played out later on. I am disappointed in how they end things off with his character, but for right now, he's actually pretty entertaining. I also feel bad for Hawk because everyone's ganging up on him. Sure, he shouldn't have switched sides so abruptly. He could have done it in a better way than just to abandon, like, his team members in the middle of the fight. Like, that's not cool at all, to join Miyagi-Do, or I guess Eagle Fang. But yeah, I do really feel bad for Hawk, because it's like a, how do you say, you made the right choice for you, but you're still getting punished for it, I think is what I'm trying to say. So it is unfortunate, but you could tell there's a redemption arc coming for him. Also, Miguel and Sam are really cute together. I like their little scenes. I think they have good chemistry. I do wish we got more of them. I feel like this season kind of took a backseat when it comes to Miguel and Sam because it focused more on Robbie and Tori, but it's fine. And then also Miguel, gosh dang it, for bringing up Johnny and Allie to Carmen. That was rough. I felt bad for Carmen. She pretty much tells Johnny that she wants to take things slow, and that's not Johnny's speed. We know Johnny's speed is fast-paced. So, he adjusts that well, I will say that, but, I gotta say, this episode I'll probably give it 7.5 to 8 out of 10. I know this one was like a preview, like an early release for some people, and they really liked it. I don't think it was all that great. I mean, there were good moments. I liked the Johnny and Daniels stuff. I liked the introduction of Terry Silver. But as far as the premiere goes, it was just okay. I think the following episodes are so much better because they start to bring in everything, which I get this is the point of a season premiere. But I kind of wanted some more development, but it's fine. It was still a great episode nonetheless. So comment down below, what do you think of season 4 episode 1, and I'll be back every night with a new review for you guys. So thanks everyone for watching my studio, and bye Cobra Kai.